guys, and welcome back to another video of King's Aquariums in that world. For today's video, it is a very exciting video. We have 12 guests for the collaboration part 2. So I'm super excited for you guys, to see this video. I have some really big YouTubers in this collaboration. So channels we've got are Arjuns Animal World, Caylors Aquatics, Ant Warriors, Daniel Keeping Fish, Goldfish Gone Wild, Coaltyns Fish Aquatics, Fish Nerds, 5 Pet Design, Scottish Fish Channel, Langen Animals, Parker's Reef, and Austin from Fintastic Freaks. So I'm super excited to have a few big YouTubers who have gladly gave up their time to produce a video for my collaboration. So I just want to thank every single one of you guys who have put the time and effort in to create a video for my collab. So first off, we have got some new additions to the 30-litre aquarium, so I shall roll that clip right now. As you can see there, we have some new additions. I am drip acclimating them to the temperature and the water parameters of the serene stream. So super excited for those guys. If you can guess what they are, I will pick a random winner and you will receive a channel sticker from us, and possibly one of our new channel stickers in the new year. So yeah, I'm super excited to welcome first on the collaboration part 2 is Arjun from Arjuns Animal World. So yeah, enjoy this video.
What is going on, guys? You are watching King's Aquariums and World here. A great thanks for him to inviting me here. So I'm gonna be talking about my favorite pet, turtle. Her name is Tina Junior. You guys will see her in a minute. So I'm gonna give you guys a real thanks to King's Aquariums and World. And by the way, I have done a giveaway video on 100 subscribers. So if you are new to me or don't know me, King's Aquariums will Arnold will have my link in the description. You go ahead and subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Arnold's channel, and guess what, I have a giveaway. Then you guys can participate in it is really easy to participate. Just 5 steps, all YouTube giveaway. You don't need any other accounts like Instagram or Facebook, something like that. You don't need any of that, just a YouTube giveaway. So now let's go ahead and see my pet turtle Tina Junior. So yeah, let's go. Okay guys, let's this is Tina Junior's tank. I'm gonna give you guys a tour of her tank. We got her basking lamp right here. Then I have her food right here, which is Tayo turtle food, not sponsored by the way, and really amazing food. Yeah, and Arnold, if you are getting turtles, I like to say you can use this, really good. But Zoomed is better though. Then I have a few drift food. I always arrange this up, but she just plays with it. Then there she is actually. So she's a female, maybe a year old turtle, so I'm gonna hand feed her. So what I'm gonna do is set the camera right here. Oh, it's really hard to set it up. I'm gonna set the camera over here and you guys can see that. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm gonna shake up the food. She's actually a bit scared of the camera, but when she sees the food, she might actually freak out a bit because she's afraid of my hand, and she's still need to be tamed. So I got this piece of food right here. The tire turtle food looks like this. Slowly put that up over here, and guess what? She's actually gonna usually comes up with me, but me talking, I will always be silent with her. That's why she usually loves food, and this is not her feeding time. That is why she's a bit afraid, as well as she just need to see the food a bit. Yeah, she has sniffed the food, and I hope you saw that, but she ate from my hand. Now she knows there is food. She'll be looking for more. I hope you can see that. Oh, my hand's blocking the camera. I'm gonna oh, Tina, she's a bit, now you can see that. Yeah, she usually bites my hand sometimes, and yeah, she got it. Now you can see how she eats. What did she? Oh yeah, there she is. She usually bites my hand. Sometimes actually, yeah, usually she bites my hand most of the time, but it hurts a bit, but she does not do any damage. She'll think my hand is food because I'm holding the food, but I don't usually hand feed her a lot. Like I have 10 pellets, I'll hand feed about 5 of them. Then I have a few guppies. Then I got a male and female molly here, which is the second prize for the giveaway. Actually, the molly must have been hiding. Then it is one of the babies that you saw somewhere over here. Yeah, there. Then I got a few guppies. Yeah, that's the mom. Where'd the mom go? Yeah, there is a mom right over there. This is a mom, and there all of it's fine. There's one of the that looks like the male molly actually. So then a cool amount of drift food. Yeah, there's one of the other few guppies in here. Then yeah, that is it for all. So yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button for King's Aquariums and Amble. Yeah, then see ya.
This tank is in a transition from being a rainbow tank, and they've all been moved, and it's going to be a tank for 2 dragon puffers that I hope to be a pair. The only thing left in here to keep the cycle are 4, maybe more, but at least 4 of the gold laser Corydoras. These guys have never spawned for me that I've been aware of. Of course, rainbows would immediately eat those eggs. And yeah, the blue-green algae is rough in here, but it will be gone when the puffers go in. But yeah, you don't see these guys a lot. You see the orange lasers and green, I think. The golds are a little bit harder to come by. So when I came across these a couple of years ago now, I went ahead and picked up some of them. And there are 2 males and 2 females. That's easily seen just by looking at them. Female on the left there, the male on the right. And here, female on top, or somewhere. Yep. Female to the left, male to the right. So hopefully they're doing some spawning activity, but I don't think so. They had a big water change last night, and I think they're just happy. So yeah, I have a corridor problem. I have corridors in at least one type, or sometimes several types in different tanks. So there you go. See if we can get a little better shot of them here. Trying to keep up with these guys. Cories are fast. Female on the bottom. Got a wave maker just across the front of this, but not nearly this much current anywhere else. They seem to be enjoying it. Got the wave maker there. I've got 2 sponge builders, 2 different types. And what else? Got a little hang on back there. Hey. And got Dobbs getting after the cats. Alright, good job. So yeah, sorry about that. There you go. Haven't had these on video much. If I have it on, maybe the day I got them. Thanks, you guys.
Welcome back everyone to another video. And here we're going to show our penguins how they're doing in the nest. So let's take a peek inside. I can see they've been growing a lot. Look at them, a lot of that brood. You see that over here? Here. I think some eggs, if you guys could see.
They always working.
Yeah.
Always doing something.
They're always moving brood around. We noticed that. Like, they move brood all around. They like use every single chamber. Let's see if we can find the queenette. Queenette is somewhere.
Hiding somewhere.
Where are you, queen? Where are you, prick?
Oh, I see her. She's over there on this.
Oh, it might be a little hard to see her.
Yeah. She's in the corner.
You guys see that, like, over there to the right.
See that alderman?
See that? She's over there to the right. Yeah, right there. Yeah, she's right there. In a tight chamber. Nice chamber full of brood. And when we fed them a Duros over there, look, that Duros, like, went in the tubing, like, it crawled in the tubing. Let me get a focus a little bit, and it went inside here, right here. So yeah, the penguins are gonna go aggressive, and they like attack. There's a little bit alive, but it's mostly killed.
They were stinging it alive.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, they're gonna empty it out
and feed it to their larvae.
Yeah, but they were going crazy. Like, you see a bunch of penguins like running around, opening their jaws, because the Duros came close to the nest, so they had to protect the nest, all the workers, and they gotta protect the queenette especially. So yeah, that's what they do. They go really aggressive. As you can see, they're still attacking it a little bit.
They're digging inside of it to feed it to the queen and the larvae.
Yeah, but soon they'll be outgrowing this. Like, as you can see, I mean, the brood is not like all around the nest, like fully up the nest. They still have a good amount of space, but they're taking up a lot of space. So we're soon gonna move them next year, actually, into maybe an ant tower
After hibernation.
Yeah, but I hope this kind survive for hibernation. But most certainly they are, because look how big they are. And it's gonna be our first hibernation too, so I know it's gonna go well though, because they're a big colony. They're mature, and they got all it takes for that. Sorry for that. That in the way. But yeah, let's look at them. Enjoy the view of them. It's just amazing, them working all day long, non-stop.
If you could see, they're like carrying a piece of bean or something. Because we gave them beans yesterday. Like right there. There's an ant carrying a piece of bean or nut or seed or something right there.
Right. Yeah. And
they
over
break
there,
it down.
That white thing over there? Yeah, that's actually a bean too, right? A bean.
Yeah,
that's like rip the beans into pieces.
And there's also a larvae has a piece of it in his mouth right there. If you can see.
Be a little bit hard to see.
Chewing on it with a small mouth part.
Right, like it there. But yeah, like most of the larvae have food in their mouths. This is the place where a lot of moisture, this part. This half of the nest right here has the micro holes, so moisture could go inside, and there's a lot of moisture in there. There's a lot of larvae in this side too, because larvae like moisture, but there's some pupa here too. It's quite a little bit dirty, but it's okay. It's not like growing mold or anything. But just look at them. Amazing. Our biggest colony yet too.
And if you guys can see, they lined it up with sand around
the
harvest.
Like the markings and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, we just wanted to show you guys our parent colony, how they're doing. The process of them. Like they're growing really well. The brood pie going non-stop. The queen laying so many eggs. And we even got a view of the queen, which I'm happy for that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we'll see you guys next time. We are out.
Easy now, folks. Daniel keeping fish here. Since Arnold asked me to make a video for joining in with his series, which happy to do. Thanks for asking me, Arnold. The question was, what about your favourite tank though? And I've got to say, I don't have a favourite tank. Every tank I think is amazing, and every tank you can find wonder and interesting, especially if you're currently working on it. So I'll pick my big 300 litre, my 6-foot tank. That is the tank I've been spending a wee bit of time on at the moment, and that's why it's looking a bit brown. It's full of tannins because I added those 2 large bits of wood that you can see. Was trying to add a wee bit of depth, which I think I achieved. It's forever a work in progress, but I like where it's going. It is 6 foot long by 16 inches deep and 16 inches tall. I really liked those dimensions when I saw it available, so I snapped it up. It's a little bit busy just now. There's over 100 white clouds in there, although sometimes you don't see very many fish, but put in a wee bit of food and they all come flooding out. I have 8 Denison barbs. Wonderful, wonderful fish. I've just done a species profile on them. Didn't expect them, well, I knew I'd like them, but I didn't realise how much I'd like them. Great wee fish though. There's an incredible Apistogramma McMasteri Gold. That's the male. And there's 2 females in there as well, although unfortunately I haven't seen any breeding behaviour yet. There's a whole family of Venezuelan black cories down at the bottom there. Great wee fish. 5 banded barbs and a few more. Filtration wise, we've got an Oaza Biomaster Thermo. Amazing filter. Gotta be my favourite canister filter. Has to be my favourite canister filter. I have a Seachem Tidal hang on the back. Well, supposed to be hang on the back, but this is hang on the side. I don't have a lot of space at the back. A very dirty Seachem Tidal filter. I also have a Eheim pickup hiding behind the wood there, and I usually have a sponge filter, an air driven sponge filter, but I've robbed that just now to use on a different tank. Plants wise, we've got this Crypt 20i brown, marvellous crypt. Red tiger lotus pops up in a few places. Lots and lots of Java fern in the background just to fill out the back. That's Crypt 20i pink flamingo. more of that bronze, brown rather, and we're getting a carpet of S-Repens going there. Starting to fill in nicely with a secret ingredient that I'm going to drop a video to soon. There we go, that's a quick rundown of my big tank. If you've seen anything you want to know more about or anything you want to ask about, feel free to jump over to my channel, Daniel Keeping Fish. I will do my best to help you. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Helping each other out. So keep supporting each other, keep enjoying your hobby. And I'm out. Later, 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 later.
Okay guys, so this is a video on my favorite tank and me going over a little bit of what the stocking is, what sort of filter I have, and what sort of plants I have. So this is one of my 10-gallon tanks, and the filter in this is a Matten filter, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a giant sponge that goes into the back of the tank and has a PVC pipe that pumps water. You can see those little bubbles in the back where that little red bit is. That's the return for the water to come back in. These tanks are really good for beneficial bacteria and for shrimp, which I actually have in this tank. And all the beneficial bacteria can get into that sponge, and there's a lot more space for them to live and create a healthier tank. So the stocking in this tank is my orange bee shrimp colony, and as you can see there's a lot of them in there, and they really like that back wall. What I have for, I guess you could say, decorations is a piece of cholo wood, which is up here in the front. Then I have a pleco cave in the back for them to hide in. And so far the plants for this tank are only Java moss, but I will be stocking the tank with different types of plants that I come along in the future, just to make it a whole lot nicer. And I will be adding fish to this tank. I'm just waiting for the Java moss to grow out so that the little baby shrimp or shrimplets have space to hide from the fish. And the substrate that I have in this tank is a mix of Fluval stratum, which is a planted aquarium substrate, and I also have larger landscaping stones, which you can kind of see, and smaller pebbles. You guys might also be wondering why I have algae on the side of the tank, and that is because the shrimp really love to graze on algae, so I leave it in there, and it also helps the baby shrimp when they're first hatch out of their eggs. They can go onto that side wall and graze on the algae a little bit. And a little bit more about the substrate. If you don't know about planted aquarium substrate, it's a very high nutrient substrate, so it helps grow your plants a lot faster, and it really just helps the tank overall because it creates a little area for, again, beneficial bacteria to grow.
Guys, my name is Coaltyns, and I am from Caylors Aquatics, and in today's video, King's Aquarium and Ant World, he has asked me to put together a clip of me showing off one of my tanks that I preferably think is my favorite tank.
So here, if you guys know my channel, you guys probably already know this. My favorite tank is my 55-gallon Oscar tank. In this tank, we have a Oscar salt. We used to have another one that was albino, and it was salt and pepper. So this is pepper, salt. He jumped out. There's a video on that. Anyways, back here, we have a little clown knife. He's about 6 inches. And then under here, don't know if you guys can see, we have a pleco. The tank glass is a little dirty. I do need to clean that. But this is the tank. So now I'm going to be showing you guys some other stuff that I find cool about this. And it was salt and pepper. So this is pepper, salt. He jumped out. There's a video on that.
Anyways, back here, we have a little clown knife. He is about 6 inches. And then under here, don't know if you guys can see, we have a pleco. The tank glass is a little dirty. I do need to clean that. But this is the tank. So now I'm going to be showing you guys some other stuff that I find cool about this. I do not use a normal light. This is actually a light from Home Depot, $15 instead of one of those $60 lights. I tried to go cheaper on it instead of spending $100 to $150 on one of the nice lights. And then what's funny about these lids is that these I've had break multiple times. I mean, this is broken, and then I siliconed it back together right here, as you guys can see. And my dad has yet to cut them. This is one of the new ones. And yes, his colors, they are just poppy right now. Anyways, again, the lids, they always break on me. I need to get that figured out. And then right here, this is the filter. This is a Marine Man filter. They are one of the cheaper filters that I found, but I like it. It works perfect. It keeps the tank clean. It does the job. Itself is a used tank I had bought from my local pet store, Forest Lake Pets. It was $40 for this tank. So this was actually like one of the cheapest tanks for a big tank that I have ever had, which is actually very, very awesome. Anyways, so much for letting me join your collab.
Hi guys, I'm Michael Grinnell from the YouTube channel Fish Nerds. Doing here a collab video. I want to show you guys my tank. This is my 40-gallon reef saltwater aquarium. I am updating soon, so tank police, get off me about the 2 tangs in the tank, especially the blue tang. I have a few corals in here. I've got a pretty big hammer coral. He's branching off. I put that piece over there. I've got another hammer coral right here, a different color. A potato chip coral, toadstool coral, green star polyp, and a plate coral. I have 4 fish and and like 5 invertebrates in here. I have some turbo snails. They're probably in the back right now. I have this cleaner shrimp. I have 3 turbo snails and this cleaner shrimp. I've had my blue tang now. I've had her for about a year. I just added this guy right here, this clown. I've had that Scopus tank for a long time. I saved him from a Petco. Friend gave him to me. On this tank, I am using 2 Aquanite LED lights from Amazon. They're cheaper and they work really well for your coral. And down here, I have my test kits and all that, electrical dosing stuff, and I'm running an 130-gallon canister filter. I'm hoping to update my tank to a 75 after Christmas. So if you guys are into fish videos and stuff, go ahead and check out my channel. It's called Fish Nerds if you didn't hear before, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Pet Design. I just wanted to thank Kings Aquariums and Ant World for having me. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Today I'm going to be talking about my green cheek conure scuttle and his enclosure, just to give everyone a nice break, because I'm assuming there will be a lot of aquatics in this video. Gotta love the aquariums, but this will be a nice birdie break. His enclosure includes a variety of toys, perches. He has a wide variety of different foraging and mental stimulation opportunities, which is really important when you have a bird. So for toys, he has a variety of chewing, hanging, swinging. Variety is really key when you own a green cheek conure or any type of bird in general. His cage size is 31 inches by 20 inches by 53 inches. I'm not going to pronounce this right. It's the Preview Hendrix Pet Products wrought iron flight cage. For UVB, he actually gets UVB. I bring him outside to keep his feather health nice and good. He has a wide variety of perches in his enclosure. It's important that you don't have too many dowel perches, or else it can cause issues such as bumblefoot. I prefer to offer him a wide variety of wooden, natural perches, and I'm hoping that I can completely remove dowel perches from his cage next year. For food, he is offered mainly pellets, but he also gets a chopped diet with mostly veggies and a little bit of fruit. and seeds is mostly treats because to avoid him getting issues like fatty liver disease. He is such a pretty bird, and he's my absolute favorite thing on this planet, I'm pretty sure. So that's why I decided to talk about him. Thank you so much to King's Aquariums and Ant World for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to literally just like spew info about my bird. Best day ever.
Hi guys, how you doing? I'm Cameron from the Scottish Fish channel. Just want to say a huge thank you to King's Aquarium and Ant World for asking me to do a video. So let me show you what I've got going on behind me. Okay guys, so in this tank I have my Tiger Oscar. I've only recently restored this tank. When I first got it, it was brown, needed a little TLC. So what we done is we sanded it down and we painted it up, put new handles on it. So it's looking pretty good. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do with the inside of the tank. However, he's definitely enjoying it compared to the old tank. He did need an upgrade, and he'll probably need an upgrade again when he gets a little bit bigger, but we'll deal with that when it gets to the time. I've had this fish for around 3 years, so he's definitely one of my favourite fish. But at some point we'll get to designing the tank and maybe getting some gravel in there. If you've got any suggestions, then you can let me know. Okay, and this is my ghost knife fish tank. If anybody that's watching this has had one of these fish, you'll know how entertaining they are. They're just always investigating. They're so curious. The way that they go around the tank is just amazing to watch. Certainly one of my favourite fish. It's so cool. There's also a few bristlenose plecos in here, which I quite like. They actually had babies, gave a lot away and kept a few. But yeah, definitely really enjoying this tank. Like you see here, he's just always looking around, investigating. I'll do a bit of a feeding video in a minute. But they're just amazing to watch. Okay, so I've dropped a couple of algae wafers into this tank. To be honest with you, the knife fish always gets to it first. But I put in a few so the plecos will get their food on top of that. I also stuck one of the stick-on the Fun Tips tablets because sometimes it's quite enjoyable watching the knife fish eat it off the glass. That's if he finds it while I'm recording this. As for the Oscar fish, I mostly give them these pellets, the mini pellets, cichlid staple, but he gets a mixture of stuff. He gets some bloodworms, I give him a mix of different things. Sometimes feed him crickets, but as soon as he sees his bag, he knows that he's getting fed. He usually gets quite wound up. So let's put a couple in the tank. Okay guys, so thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this little clip. I'll see you soon.
Hey all, Sam here from Parker's Reef. Hope you're enjoying the collaboration video, and I thought I'd give you a quick overview of my dream reef tank behind me here. It's a 2.1 meter long tank. It's 75 centimeters tall and it's 90 centimeters deep this way. So it ends up being a pretty large tank. We're talking around about 1,500 liters or 380 gallons. It's got a few fancy features to it, which got motorized hoods there. We've got motorized lights, which I'll just open up for you. Gives me full access to the tank. It's running some Philips Coral Cares, so they're the brand new Gen 2 Philips Coral Care lights, and some Orphec OR2 light bars. At the moment I've only got a couple of little baby clownfish which are just settling in there. Super cute little guys, just added them to the tank. And it runs a pretty hectic filtration setup. I'll just pan the camera down so you can have a look. We've got a custom-made Hamali sump in here. Runs a big filter roller, and then comes into a skimmer. We're running a Cove skimmer in there. This section here is currently holding some media for my cycle, but will eventually become a refugium. This will be my media section, and then out the back there we've got the return section. You can see all the controllers mounted up on the back panel there. There's a little bit of wire tidying up to happen yet, but most of the electronics will find their way into this cupboard down the side, where I've got a little bit of cable management in there and some Wi-Fi controlled power boards, just to keep all the electronics away from the water and to keep things as tidy as possible. But yeah, that's my dream reef tank build. I hope you're enjoying this channel, and also I hope if you're interested to find out a bit more about my dream reef tank, head on over to Parker's Reef and be sure to follow some of the videos and subscribe if you like the content. Cheers guys, bye.
I'm Langen, and these are some of my animals. Thank you for being here on Arnold's page today. I really, really adore King's Aquarium and Ant World. He and Safi, I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, silly American here. And their kids are just so sweet. And this video is for a collab with them. And they asked that fish tubers show off their non-fish pets. And so I have a lot of pets, but I decided my most interesting are my degus. They are related to chinchillas and guinea pigs. Hi. And they love to poop. They're really, really fun. They're very social, very friendly. This guy's eating the camera right now. And they aren't legal in all places because they're considered potentially invasive. They're kind of like mountain squirrels in Chile. And I just love them so much. My channel is mostly about fish and goldfish, but I have all kinds of different exotic rescue animals that I am super enjoy sharing. So yeah. Signing off here. Thank you so much to Arnold and his family. They are so wonderful. Love your pets and they will love you back.
Howdy fish folk, Howdy fish folk, Austin here with Fintastic Freaks. First and foremost, big thank you to Arnold here with King's Aquarium and Ant World here for inviting me to do this video collaboration with him, as he had asked me to do a video on what is my favorite tank, which is, not gonna lie, difficult question as I own over 20 aquariums here in my fish room, but after thinking about it for a little bit, I would have to say, along with a lot of other people that see my fish room in person, that my favorite tank is probably my 75-gallon community tank here. As you can see behind me, lots of fish here in this tank here, lots of Varia fish on top of it. And in this video, I want to go ahead and show you guys what fish are in here, and also some ways of how I filter it, as well as some of the plants that I also keep in here. First and foremost, I apologize if the water's a little cloudy. They just recently had a water change. But in here, we have various rainbows. Right there is an Australian rainbow. The one with the black stripe, I always forget, but it's a something river rainbow. If you know what it is, feel free to say exactly what it is. We also got some turquoise rainbows, got 2 of them. Got 3 Bosemani rainbows. there you can see 2 of my 3 rosaline sharks. I got 2 female millennium rainbow fish. There's the 2 males right there as well. I have 3 clown loaches in here as well. And this big fella right here is Gabriel, my big koi angelfish. And if he goes to the side a little bit more, there we go, he's working on it. You'll see some of his metallic silver patches along with mostly white and otherwise yellow and black patches, and he is one big beautiful boy, ain't he? Hiding something within the 75-gallon tank too is a striped Raphael catfish. He's always hard to find, and after, like I say, just recently doing a water change, things are finally starting to settle down here in the tank where it's looking somewhat decent, so I don't want to try to dig him out and find him and stir things up again. And as you may have just saw in a flash here in this log, I'll try to see if I can get a good grip there. You can't see him very well, but that there is a black ghost knife. His name is Ghosty, and he is about 10 inches long right now. So in the 75-gallon tank, he's starting to get pretty close to where he's going to be demanding an upgrade soon. Fortunately, I have a tank that I just recently got that'll be able to do exactly that here soon. So in terms of plants, I'm not going to lie, I always forget a lot of the names here, but I'll do my best here. These plants right here, I was given to as a gift, so unfortunately I don't remember what those are. All I know is they are a stem plant, and they have grown like wildfire regardless of what tank I've put them in. This right here is an Anubias of some sort. I want to say maybe a Coffeola or something. I'm sure, what if that's right or wrong, I probably mispronounced that. But also got some Amazon swords that have been really picked on by the rainbows here. They like to pick on those, but for the most part, as you can see with the giant valves in the background there, for the most part they leave those alone, which is good. I kind of like the valves a little bit more than the swords anyway, really. Also right here we have a little patch of Rotala indica that occasionally the rainbows pick on the leaves as well. But, you know, it's to be expected, I suppose. In terms of the substrate here in the tank, I have the Eco Complete Black Gravel. Typically, I'm more of a sand person, but nothing against gravel, though. Just, I've tried sand once, and now I'm addicted. But gravel is also something I also put in a good number of my tanks still, too. And if you're more of a gravel person, I would definitely say that Eco Complete is a good brand or gravel to get, as it already has some beneficial bacteria in the bag and such, and can help you cycle a tank even quicker with that in mind too. But it's also really great for plants and such here as well. As you can see, the jungle valves or giant valves have really taken off here as well, and it really also helps promote plant growth as well. So especially if you're doing a live planted tank, it's a gravel substrate that I would definitely recommend. Obviously, as I listed off earlier, quite a few fish in here, so I have quite a bit of filtration on here. In fact, I have 2 different methods of filtration. As you can see towards the back there, behind my bubble column there, I have hang on the back filter there. I also have another one over here. Each one of those filters does about 60 gallons each, so combine those two, that's about 120 gallons of total filtration. I also put a sponge filter back there. I try to keep a sponge filter really in every one of my tanks, as it's a beautiful source for biological filtration. And that sponge filter by itself does 60 gallons. So overall in this 75-gallon tank, we have about 180 gallons total worth of filtration. A side note I'll say is some of my plants are actually still recovering, as one of my lights recently gave out, thus I had to put a new light on here. Fortunately, I got a few on hand. I'm not sure how many watts it is, but the brand of this tank, or light rather, is Current, and it's actually also capable of growing corals and such. I initially got this light to put on a 185-gallon bowfront tank I have, which is right behind me here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Though it's probably more specifically engineered to grow corals and such, as you can see, it's still doing wonders for the freshwater plants in here from the valves. The swords are trying to make a comeback. The Rotala indica keeps sprouting up new leaves, as is the Anubias here, as you can see. But yes, this 75-gallon community tank, is my favorite tank here. Reason being, I was also kind of thinking about debating if I set another tank for right now or gave a future reference rather, because these guys are actually going to be moved to a different tank later. The ghost knife, the rainbows, everybody there will be moved into this big beastie of a tank. Which, those of you wondering, this is 240 gallons. Talk about an upgrade.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
So yeah, again, it was close as love a lot of tanks down here, but I'd say my 75-gallon community tank here is currently number one. Once we get that 240 going, though, that might change. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this little tank tour deal here of my 75-gallon community tank here. If you're new to Arnold's channel here at Kings Aquariums and Ant World, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Show that man some love and support. Man makes some great content about ants, fish, all sorts of things, and great stuff on his channel there. Definitely recommend giving him a support and following what he does. And if you want to follow what I do and see more of my tanks, or just learn more about the 75-gallon here, my channel is Fintastic Freaks, and I would love to see you there as well. Again, hope you enjoyed this little tank tour video here, and maybe I'll see y'all around. Stay fantastic.